We created Saving Bites to be a multi platform solution for reducing individual food waste. Users are able to give away or claim excess food items. Do gooders can volunteer on their own schedule, and collectively, we're helping to grow the eco conscious community. Our goals in design were to create something that would be easy to use, be easily accessible, and would be available on multi platforms. In this case, our platforms are mobile and desktop web. During usability testing, users responded positively to the use of icons, large photos. They felt that the app was easy to use and it was well organized, and they also enjoyed that there were multiple functions that they could have within the app. We started our design changes with creating a logo with three variations and also creating and applying a style guide to our application. For our style guide, we used a shade of green as our primary color and an orange brown for accents. These colors are associated with earth and nature, which work well for our eco friendly mission. Keeping in line with our design goals, we set out to create a logo that was modern, minimal, and utilized our color palette. We went with a clean, modern font that worked with various sizes, weights, and our color palette. Buttons throughout our application were stylized with rounded corners and our palette. Same with our input fields, which are used in search and for other forms. We used bright, clear photos and added styling based on state. For example, completed deliveries will show up with the disabled state. The navigation bar for our mid-fight prototype was cluttered, and the main functions of our app were not easily accessible. For our hi-fi prototype, we kept the idea of the menu changing slightly for logged in users versus guests, but we added some changes to the featured items. Our mid-fight prototype had two search bars on the home page. This was unnecessary and also an error on our part, so we removed one. In our mid-fight prototype, the upload photo button was only accessible via the user profile. Based on user feedback, it was difficult for users to figure out how to get to the main function of our application. So, for our hi-fi prototype, we moved the upload button to the navigation bar for logged in users. In our mid-fight prototype, when users did click on the upload photo button from the user profile, a modal would appear for the upload and post process. Based on user feedback, this caused confusion and some frustration. So, when building our hi-fi prototype, we designed the upload button to open to a new page where users would then be able to upload their photos and product description. On the landing page of our mid-fight prototype, only two items appeared at one time, and users had to use the left and right arrow buttons to scroll through. We changed this in our hi-fi prototype so that items would show in a grid, and users would be able to scroll vertically as they would with similar applications. When users click the chat icon from our main or search results page, a chat box appears as a modal on the screen. This allows users to quickly talk with one another while an item is available. This feature was not present in our mid-fight prototype. Also in our hi-fi prototype, we added the term kitchen for items that have been posted to the app by users. There are now also tabs on the profile page where users can see everything that they have posted, claimed, or all volunteer jobs that they have taken over. When using the desktop version, volunteers are able to accept jobs but must open the mobile app in order to complete delivery. Using the mobile app, they will be able to update the current status of delivery and view a map with driving directions. Users thought that the instructions of our mid-fight prototype were unclear, so we updated the verbiage to be a little bit more specific. For mobile, we created a short onboarding sequence featuring three screens with brief descriptions of the three main functions users can use within the app: give, claim, and volunteer. Our mid-fight prototype featured a magnifying glass icon for search, which will open a new page to initiate a search. Our hi-fi prototype removed the search icon but kept the search function. Our search bar is now present at the top of the screen at all times. We then replaced the search icon with one that would allow users to switch to the volunteer mode. For our item description page, users felt that the chat and claim buttons were too similar to distinguish, and they hesitated before choosing their next actions. We made our primary action, claim, a primary button while keeping chat a secondary button.